Hello YouTube, we have the brand new iVoomi Me 2 with us today. We already did an unboxing video of this one and had a first look. In this particular video, we'll do a full review and we'll try to see whether this guy actually deserves your time and money. So I'm not gonna go too deep into the unboxing process here. Now the Me 2, the pricing you would see is about 5,200, which is the MRP, but you'll get it for at least 1,000 less in the market. And then some of the quick specs, let's see. So it has a 4.5-inch screen, a very modest screen, actually FWVGA. Resolution, you have Nougat, you have a quad-core processor, 5MP front camera, 8MP back camera, you have a 2000 mAh battery, 2 GB of RAM and 16 GB of internal storage. So that's the phone out there. It comes in black and gold, so we have the black version. I'll come back to the phone in just a bit. You get some quick start guide over here, and then you'll get the micro USB cable and the earphones and the 1 ampere output brick. So coming to the phone, it's an all plastic body. It feels very plasticky, but then it's a cheap device as well. So 4.5-inch screen here. There is no Gorilla Glass protection or such. You have that 5MP front camera, no flash, nothing. Your shortcut key is gonna be here, and then nothing much here. Here you have the 3.5mm jack plus your micro USB port, and then here the power button and the volume rocker. All these are plastic, mind you. And here you have the mouthpiece. On the back you have the 8MP camera and then the LED flash and the iVoomi logo, your speaker grill over here. You can open this back flap. The back flap is quite sturdy, and then you'd get to the 2000 mAh battery plus 2 SIM card slot plus a dedicated micro SD card slot. So that's a good part, but then we've generally seen the entry level devices always come with dedicated micro SD card slot, so that's not a surprising thing. Now it's good to hold, fits nicely into hand, but that's because it's a very small screen by today's standard. Also the durability won't be there because it's an all plastic body. So all in all, I would say at this price point, just an average build quality and design. That's the display, and yeah, those are some of those apps. So this 4.5-inch display has a very poor viewing angle. If you see, it starts to lose color right about there. Also the resolution is not good enough, so you'll see lots of pixelation on the icons over here. They're very pale looking, not crisp. The display is bright enough though, but it do not have an adaptive brightness setting, so that's like a negative. So it's powered by Android 7.0. When you go to settings, and throughout the phone usage, you will see a persistent lag. That's mainly to do with that entry-level processor, Android 7.0, and some of the other settings here. When you go to memory, see 1.1 GB is free. Sorry about that. 1.1 GB is free out of 2 GB, and then you also have the storage option where out of 16 GB you get about 11.39 GB, out of which about 2.6 GB is available. So storage is decent. It also supports micro SD card, that's fine, but the UI is not smooth. If you use this phone very light, like mostly to browse and take calls and SMSs and those kind of light activity, then it might not lag that much. But forget playing games or some of the other heavy things like video editing and those kind of stuff. It's just not built for that. Let's check out the camera. So there you go, that's the camera UI, and the typical stock Android setup out there. You can start recording video from there and then click snaps while recording video. You have some of the options like that QR scanner, and then you have HDR mode. Everything takes a while to execute. See those scanners and stuff, HDR, and then your flash, and that's the front camera. Front camera is actually decent, I would say, for this price point. It's a 5MP front camera, and it looks good. Not the best 5MP, but still I think it's a decent one. And then you have the settings, again typical Android settings menu. There goes zero shutter lag and all. Picture size 8MP max because that's the rear one, and then video quality high or medium or low. We've checked the image and video quality of this phone and they are below average. The rear camera can click decent pictures under enough light, but still those pictures do not have much detail, and the colors are also not towards natural. They kind of paler, they kind of undersaturated at times, and under low light they show lots and lots of noise, and under low light it's a little hard to focus on your subject as well. The front camera also, I would say, is the same, below average, but still I think at this price point the front camera does relatively better than expected. The front camera at least click good selfies, good decent amount of selfies that you can post on social media under enough light, but under low light both the cameras do not work as expected. We did some benchmark testing, and as expected this scores one of the lowest in the market. So you see 25,000 in Antutu score, 82 in 3D Mark. See the best devices have like 4,600 or so. Then in PC Mark 2257, much below that, and then Geekbench 450, 1264, all these are Geekbench scores, and then your base Mark OS 2 460 with a max are 1800 and such. It could not even finish the base Mark 3.1 score. So in benchmark scores it is one of the lowest. The battery life is one of the lowest as well. It only gave us about 4 hours and 16 minutes of screen on time, which is one of the lowest scores that we've seen on phones. Now the entry level devices cannot give you a good resolution, a very good design and build quality or more power, but what can give is, and a lot of those devices have been giving, is a good battery life. For example, the Redmi 4 or Redmi 3, you get it for 6,000, slightly more than this one, but then it comes with a 4,000 mAh battery that gives about 11 to 11.5 hours of screen on time. Compared to that, this is very, very less. It won't even get you through half of the day if you use it in medium to high intensity. Also, it did try to play some games. It could play very basic games like Jungle Run on those kind of games, fine, but then anything heavier than that like Modern Combat 5 or Godfire and those you throw into this, some of those it cannot even start. Some of those are so laggy that you would end up stopping those. Yeah, so then guys, there was the full review of the iVoomi Me 2. I'm not very impressed with this device. I think your budget in general should not be 4,500 or 4,000 at all, but if you're strictly into that budget, then you might want to go and buy this one, but do not expect much from this device. It's a very basic device. If you want to keep it strictly as a secondary device, mostly for calls and other stuff, then it's good, but still at least it should have given that battery life to be able to use while traveling. Now you just pay 1,000 or 1,500 more and you get a much better device. So yeah, if you're strictly into budget, cannot spend more than 4,000 or 4,500, only then I would recommend this device, because there are not many devices at this price point, and instead of buying a feature phone, at least you'd get some smartphone features in this one. If you like this video, please hit the like button, ask anything related to this and I'll try to answer them all, and please subscribe to our channel and share this video to share the love. Thank you.